welcome to the Point. In this session, let's continue our discussion on miniature paintings in India, and particularly we are going to deal with miniatures in South India. Miniatures in South India. So the trend of making miniature paintings, it was already prevalent in South Indian states, and it was developed during early medieval period, and this were different from North Indian schools, which owes to heavy use of gold in these paintings, and further they concentrated on paintings with divine creatures much more than paintings. Let's discuss about the major schools of miniatures in South India, and they were Tanjore paintings and Mysore paintings. Tanjore paintings. So Tanjore, or which is also called as Tanjore school, it is famous for a special style of decorative paintings. The Maratha rulers, they were patronized during 18th century, and these paintings they had a very unique style, and they were mostly created on glass and board. Instead of cloth, they used glass and board, and they also preferred vellum paper in North India. So they are unique because of the use of brilliant color patterns and the liberal use of gold leaf. They use many types of gemstones and cut glasses for embellishment to create larger images than the live images. And most of the paintings, it was depicted to smiling Krishna and in various poses and various major events in his life. These paintings reached their zenith under the patronage of Sarfoji Maharaj. Sarfoji Maharaj, he was a great patron of art, and currently this school, it is still operational, but they have moved towards experimenting with diverse subjects like birds, animals, buildings, and so on. Mysore paintings. Mysore paintings were patronized by the rulers of Mysore province, and this Mysore paintings, they were continued in the British period. The major theme of Mysore paintings is the depiction of Hindu gods and goddesses, and the unique part of these paintings is they had two or more figures in each painting, and one figure, it predominates all the others in size and as well as in color. The technique of making this painting, it is very different from North Indian styles. They use gesso paste, which is a mixture of zinc oxide and Arabic gum. So this gives a particular base to the paintings, and it develops a sheen on the background. They counter it with the use of muted colors that are not so bright so as to counteract the background. Modern paintings. Modern paintings are of three types: company paintings, bazaar paintings, and Raja Ravi Varma paintings. Let's have a detailed discussion about this painting. Company paintings. So during the colonial period, a hybrid style of painting was emerged, and that combined the elements of Rajput, Mughal, and other Indian styles of painting along with European style of painting. So they brought in European styles and techniques to the paintings, and this painting, it evolved when the British company officers, they employed painters who had been trained in Indian style. Hence, they mixed their employers' European taste with their Indian training, and this was called the company paintings, and they were differentiated or distinguished by the use of watercolor, and in the technique by the appearance of linear perspective and shadings. This style of painting, it was originated in Kolkata, Chennai, Delhi, Patna, Varanasi, and Tanjore. Lord Impey and Marquis Wellesley, they patronized the painters, and several painters were engaged in paintings of exotic flora and fauna of India. Bazaar paintings. So this school, it was influenced by European encounter, and they were different from company paintings, and as that school mixed European techniques and themes with Indian ones. The bazaar schools, they did not take any Indian influence, but they took the influence from Roman and Greek. They made the painters to copy the Greek and Roman statues. So this school, it was prevalent in Bengal and Bihar region. And apart from Greco-Roman heritage, they made paintings on everyday bazaar, and that showed Indian bazaars with European background. One of the most famous genres was depicting Indian courtesans who were dancing before the British officials. They also painted religious themes, but the figures of the Indian gods and goddesses with more than two axes and elephant faces like Lord Ganesha, they were prohibited. Why? Because those figures, they were deviated from the European notion of natural human figures. That is why they were prohibited. Raja Ravi Varma. So Raja Ravi Varma, he is one of the India's greatest painters, and he is considered to be the originator of school of modern paintings. The school was called modern because of the heavy influence of Western techniques and themes, and he was unique as he brought together elements of South Indian paintings with the Western techniques of color and style. Raja Ravi Varma, he belonged to the state of Kerala, and he was dubbed as Raphael of the East because of his brilliant brushstrokes and almost lifelike paintings. And some of his very famous works are Lady in the Moonlight, Mother India, and so on. Raja Ravi Varma, he gained a nationwide recognition for his paintings from the epic Ramayana, especially the one titled Ravana kidnapping Sita. Recently, a film has also been made on Raja Ravi Varma, and the name of that film is Rangrasya. So in the next session, let's continue our discussion on Bengal School of Art. Thank you.